What's going on, everybody? The news today is for some reason that Warner Brothers decided to close Monolith Studios along with the Multiverse Studio Player First Games and WB San Diego, which is kind of weird. So let's go ahead and go over this post here by Michael McWhirter, going over the post from the Bloomberg, Jason Schreier, I guess. It says Warner Brothers Games is making big cuts, closing 3 studios, Monolith Productions, Player First Games, and WB Games San Diego, and canceling its long in development Wonder Woman game. The publisher told employees on Tuesday all projects from those studios have been canceled. So if you want to know who Monolith is, they developed great games like Middle Earth series. They did Condemned, Criminal Origins 1 and 2, Fear 1 and 2. They went, if you go back in the day, they did like Shogo and Blood 1 and 2. So like, they made like a lot of good games. They also made some stinkers. They did that Gotham Imposters game, which I forgot all about until I saw it on their list, which is pretty bad. And they also did the Matrix Online, which didn't go very well. I didn't even realize they did Aliens vs. Predator 2 and the 2 No One Lives Forever games, which were good games as well. So they scrapped a studio known for making hits. And that doesn't make sense when you go down into the bottom part. Now, there is another layer to this too, which I'm thinking because it took so long for them to make Wonder Woman that the game, that they're like, we spent too much money on here, so instead of just canceling the game, we're going to cancel the whole studio because we sunk so much into it. But if you think about what Monolith has brought to the table, that Nemesis system that was in Shadows of Mordor, where, you know, if you kill an enemy, like general, whatever, it'll come back and like hunt you down later with a vengeance, which is a really cool system that Warner Brothers has patented, which means we probably won't see it again because a lot of times patents, you know, you need the talent to be able to use that patent. You can't just say, oh, we have the patent for it. So it says, in an email to employees obtained by Polygon, Peretti cited a disappointing 2024 for the company's games division. So because of, this is directly talking about Suicide Squad pretty much, because Suicide Squad did bad, terrible, they're going to scrap these 3 companies, and Multiverses also did bad. This is the CEO and president of global streaming and games for Warner Brothers. They're going to focus on Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy, Mortal Kombat, DC games, primarily Batman when it comes to single character-led games, but may include select other opportunities as the new DCU gets built, and the Game of Thrones. Now we know about the Game of Thrones games. I don't think anybody's really paid that much attention to them. They've been like mobile games too. That's another thing. They want to focus more on mobile games. It says, regarding the now scrapped Wonder Woman, which was announced in 2021, not even that long ago, but it has been in development for a while. It said the game no longer fell within our strategic priorities. Perret said the company is looking to repurpose our talent where possible by reassigning employees to open roles. In addition to focusing on fewer but bigger franchises, Perret said Warner Brothers Games aims to return to growing its mobile games revenue as well as regain our credibility and swagger at producing great games. So he said that twice. He used this term twice. Guys, so he wants to return to mobile games as revenue, as we know that mobile games brings in a lot of revenue for companies because of all the different transactions that they could do within the mobile games that people are okay with. But regain our credibility and swagger. He said it here. If we go down here, he says it again. We need to and we'll do better for our fans first and foremost, and also because regaining that credibility is critical to us securing even more investment in games in the years to come. Brady wrote, getting our swagger back happens one high-quality game release at a time, and our financial credibility gets rebuilt one fiscal quarter at a time, delivering what we said we would deliver and no big negative surprises. So I'm guessing like there's like some setbacks with the Wonder Woman game and some setbacks with the other games, but the swagger. All right, so Warner Brothers Games shut down these 3 studios. What does that mean for Warner Brothers Games in general? Nothing. They have a lot of studios. They have Avalanche Software, NetherRealm, Rocksteady still, even though they dropped 2 doozies. TT Games, regular Warner Brothers Games, Boston, Montreal, New York, and San Francisco divisions of Warner Brothers Games. So they still have a lot of studios out there. It just sucks to see people that have brought quality out get shut down for something because other studios were underperforming. It's really weird. That is the news for this. It's very unfortunate that they decided to chop off Monolith. San Diego Games didn't even get a chance to put anything out. They got shut off. They were formed in 2019. So they didn't have time to really even make a game. WB retaining the patent to the Nemesis system. So that's lost forever. A system that everybody liked. We're not going to see it used in any of these other studios. Rocksteady making another Batman game that everybody's hoping isn't bad because of the last games. and we'll see more Harry Potter and mobile Game of Thrones games. But what do you think? How do you feel about Warner Brothers closing the studios down? Do you think it was deserved for Monolith? Do you think it should have been Rocksteady? Or do you think that these studios just need to stop being closed? I think that studios should. There was a time where I think it was a big deal for studios to get acquired by a bigger studio because they handle like a lot of the publishing and things like that. But over the years, I've seen so many studios get acquired only to get shut down before they're even able to do anything. And they were like really high quality studios. So they will just take the studios, take the people, throw them in other locations, and shut down the studio. And then games produced afterwards would just be kind of bad. And so I feel like companies with smaller studios, like indie studios or smaller studios, shouldn't try to get into a merger. They should just keep their studio, put out quality, and jump into with publishers, publishing, help people get people to publish their stuff or get fan crowdfunding or something. But don't join hands with these larger studios. That doesn't seem to ever work out. That's the news right now. Yeah. And until next time, thanks for watching. Peace.